This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Hi guys, welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4 and welcome to the new viewers. I am Builds, and for today's video we are building a fairy community or a fairy village if you prefer, and we're building this on a 64 by 64 lot in inner screen. That is the world that came with the expansion pack Enchanted by Nature. So this lot is originally called the Fern and Frond wading pond. So this is a 64 by 64 lot where you have this huge pond right in the middle that is very beautifully decorated and landscaped, and I decided to place my little community, fairy community, around this little pond here. So the backstory with this lot is that the fairies that decided to settle on this piece of land didn't want to disturb the nature that was originally there. So there were also a bit of landscaping, of course, around the pond, but we also had trees, bushes, some rocks here and there. And I decided to keep the lot as is, and the fairies decided to settle and do not disturb anything. So they didn't take down the trees, obviously, because fairies are really into nature. They didn't cut down the trees. They didn't displace the bushes and things like that. I tried to the best of my abilities not to move anything on this lot. I added obviously a lot of landscaping, more landscaping, a lot of flowers, as you could see in the introduction video, with those lovely little fairies that I downloaded from the gallery, from the creators that you are seeing written on the screen right now. Very lovely group of fairies. And yeah, I had a lot of fun building this. I thought it would be something very quick to build, as most of the landscaping was already done, and that I only had to place the houses, but it took quite some time, especially because I had also to furnish everything inside. I didn't furnish them as I used to furnish all of my other lots, where I take great attention to detail, a lot of clutter and things like that. I didn't want to clutter up too much the inside of the houses, but they are lovely. They are beautifully decorated still. They are tiny houses, as you can see, very small houses, and we have 6 houses on this lot, and all of them have the necessities to be able to sleep in, also to most of them you can wash and bathe in them. What I mean by that is that most of the houses, because they are so tiny, I just placed, of course we have a living room, kind of a dining area in some of them, a small, very tiny bathroom in most of them except for one, and a small kitchenette, that I would call it a kitchenette because we have I just gave them some things to be able to cook with. No stove in those houses, so I placed a community kitchen on the slot as well, a kitchen where all the fairies will be able to gather and cook together, at the back of the lot, with also a barbecue area. So in their kitchen inside of the houses, I just placed, usually I didn't want to give them a microwave, but I gave them because I thought it was a bit too artificial. I really wanted this lot to be centered around nature. As you can see, we have a lot of plants everywhere, a lot of flowers, but what I was saying is that for the interior, for the kitchenette, I gave some of them the rice cooker, and of course we have a lot of tea makers, teapots and things like that for them to be able to snack, and some small fridges for some of them. Not sure. No, I think we have only one fridge that is in the community kitchen. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun building this. The items are so cute, as you can see. The shapes of the doors, the shapes of the windows as well. Everything is just so cute. And I'm placing these mushrooms on the walls here that I found so cute. And then I realized that they were actually shelves. And I was scared that at some point, you know, the Sims are very annoying with placing discarded plates after eating on top shelves, and then they are unable to reach them. And so you find yourself with so many plates at a dirty house, and they can't even reach them anyway. So that's why I placed those shelves only on this house and didn't place them anywhere else, because when I realized that they were shelves, I was scared of this happening, but I still didn't take them down from this first house because I thought they were so cute. Yeah, anyway, but yeah, I tried also to make those houses a bit different from each one of them, to be different in colors, in maybe in the shapes as well. Kind of I tried. I have my favorite one is the tall house that is round, that is a big cylinder, and that looks like a tree. Actually, I made it to look like a tree. But yeah, I played around a lot with the different textures for the walls that we have that came with this slot, with this pack, this expansion pack. So some of the houses have stone walls, some of them have those wooden walls as well. I also placed the two types of roof covers that came with this pack. We have the ones that are just the tiles, and we have the green roofs with the grass. I also tried to place also a lot of some greenery growing on most of the roofs of the houses, and especially this round house is this big huge kind of tree house. It's not really a tree house, but I wanted to make it reminiscent of a tree with this huge trunk, this cylinder that looks like a big trunk. And at the end I placed also on the roof a lot of trees and bushes to make it look like this is the foliage of the tree. So this is my favorite house, and this is the house of the natural path. I am not sure how you pronounce it in English, but the person that does the apothecary with the apothecary table, and so this is the healer of the village that lives in this house. We also have another house with an apothecary table as well, but maybe to me they are more of a learner, and the ones that lives in the tree house here is like more of the wise person on the established healer of the village. We also have a lot of wall decorations, as the vines that you can see here on the screen that come with this slot. Of course, we are in a nature-centered pack, so we have a lot of those vines and lovely plants and flowers that grow on walls, and that's what I'm placing here and there. And I decorated all of the exterior of the houses with those, and also in the interior. Mind you, I placed some of those mushroom shelvings on this tree house. I didn't remember. So yeah, the lot will be available for you to download on the gallery under my ID Kikwa_builds as usual, and I will also place the link down below for you to download this build directly into your game as usual as well. So for the houses that are on this slot, most of them are for maybe single fairies or maybe couple of fairies, because they only have one bed. We have two houses that have beds for kids, so kid fairies. We have one house where we have even a toddler bed and a bassinet, and another house we have a bunk bed with two beds for kids. So I also placed on this slot a dollhouse for the kids, but also for the fairies, because fairies can also sleep in dollhouses. That is very cute. I also placed on this slot some fairy houses, you know, those tiny fairy houses. I placed 2 of them, but it was kind of annoying for the gameplay, because the fairies tend to go sleep in those fairy houses, those tiny fairy houses, instead of going to their proper beds in the houses that I made for them. Because, as you know, most of you know, I also at playtest as I build, so that's what I was doing. Now you'll see me placing all of the flowers that line up the path around the pond, and this is my favorite thing to do. I love to have a lot of flowers, a lot of greenery really in my builds, and this is my new favorite thing, to have a lovely path that is lined up with so many flowers. And yeah, so I think it goes well with the fairies, and I love those little how do you call these again? Those things, those rakes. Anyway, I don't remember. You know, those kind of slates maybe, where you have those lovely little plants there. They are from the debug items from the game, and they don't have any use other than decoration, but I think they make up for a very nice decoration. Now you will see me decorating kind of the front yard, quote unquote, for the healer of the village, with the apothecary table here in this front yard. I also placed some, of course, some pots for them to plant, and to be able to use the plants for their healing skills, apothecary skill. I think they use the plants for that, because they are really natural paths. I haven't tested the gameplay really truly fully for this game, for this pack, but yeah, I can't wait to I tried some things, of course, obviously. I started, but I haven't fully played, if you see what I mean. Anyway, so I decided to get rid of the bridge that was really bridge from the debug items, and that was not functional at all, and I decided to place a little bridge on this pond for the fairies to be able to cross from one side to another quicker. And I decided to make this bridge a little more interesting by placing on there a greenhouse, because of course you know that we have now those lovely new glass wall features with the game, and we have a lovely intricate ornate glass wall that comes also with the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. So that's what I used on this little greenhouse here. This is so cool. I love that. I can't wait to build a proper house with those glass walls and this glass walls feature. So yeah, I decided to place, of course we have the because this is a greenhouse, I had to place glass roof as well, and also taking the opportunity to place some of the greenery also on top of this little greenhouse here. And I had so much fun, so many flowers. I think this slot is just filled with items. This is my the lot that I have used the most items on, when you count all the flowers that I placed around the path that goes around the pond. If some of you are wondering the path that I placed, that is very lovely, that's with those kind of pink flowers in between the rocks on the ground, and this lovely path is from the Cottage Living expansion pack. This is an expansion pack that goes very well with this Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Here I'm placing obviously the fairy lights on the walls. I placed a lot of those fairy lights on the walls. They are so cute. They are actually in the shape of branches, little branches with little flowers, and they are so lovely in the night. I placed them in most of the houses, or if not all of the houses, and some also on the walls outside of all the houses. Continuing decorating this greenhouse with all the hanging plants, and this is godsend. I really love a lot that is centered around nature, that has so much greenery. This is something that I really enjoy and love. So continuing with the landscaping, now you're gonna see me place all the bushes everywhere, on the roofs, around the houses, around the paths, also trees, adding some trees, some more decoration to give more of a full look to the slots, with bushes wherever I see fit. Bushes and flowers around the houses, especially. I love to frame a house with a lot of bushes and plants. So on this lot, you will be able, if you decide to use it as just for a single household, you will be able to have the maximum Sims living in there, because you obviously have many bedrooms in here, and you can also have 6 families living in there if you have the for rent expansion pack and decide to make it into a rental property, and you will be able to settle in one of the houses and have neighbors. The thing is, I know there was a bug, or yeah, I think there was a bug. There was something that wasn't quite working with, because of the for rent expansion pack. There was some corruption to the save files and such and such. So I'm not sure. I don't know if it has been resolved. I hope so, because I really enjoy the gameplay that comes with the for rent expansion pack. For those who have it, I hope you will be able to. It has been fixed, I hope, and I hope you will be able to use this fairy lot with as such as a lot for rent, really. Now you're seeing the gardening area. So I decided to place, this is the slates that I was talking about, with all those plants and those pots and plants on top of it, and I framed them also with a lot of flowers. So for the gardening area here, I decided to place many planters, and also some of the for the live plants, those tiny planters for the live plants. I haven't play tested the live plants yet to their full ability, but I think for what I've seen, it's very cute. And yeah, I framed also this little gardening area with a lot of flowers. That's what I do in this lot. I placed a table to sell things from an apothecary, for the apothecary skill or something, but I realized that it's actually, you have to hire a vendor if you place it on the lot. So yeah, I don't know yet how it works. As you can see, I decided to place in front of this house a small seating area there for them to enjoy. Now placing all the lights and giving the lot there its vibe for the night, the lovely atmosphere of fairies with a lot of fairy lights for the night. And this is the part that I really love. Usually in my builds, I really do love the lighting in the Sims 4, the lighting in the day when the sunlight comes into the houses from the windows, but also the lighting at night, that you can give a whole vibe to a lot with lighting, where you place your lights, what type of light you place. And look at this is so lovely. I really do love those little lights. Now you're seeing me doing the kitchen. So this is what I was talking to you about at the beginning of the video. This is the community kitchen for everyone to use, because the houses are so small and tiny. I didn't want to give them a proper kitchen. So this is the kitchen for the community, for the little village. The reason why I'm calling this a fairy community rather than a fairy village, because to me this doesn't really look like a village. It looks more like a community. To me, a village is something with not necessarily more houses, but I think to me you will have to have like at least a town square or something. uh, in the village, and because we just have a pond in at the center. This is, to me, this is just a community around a pond. And I like it this way. Maybe I will be able to build a proper fairy village one day. Not sure. It's not on my list quite yet. It's not high in my priority, but this is something that I would actually love to build, like a proper village as I see it. But yeah, so this little kitchen, community kitchen, I decided to make it, to keep it open. So it's kind of a, yeah, it's kind of a terrace, or yeah, it's very open on all sides except for the back wall that is a glass wall, and I'm not even sure that I kept it like as a glass wall. Yeah, I got rid of it. And on top of it I placed a small type of room with just a couch, just to chill there upstairs. And on the balcony of this tiny area here I placed a I think a sitting area, but also a telescope for them to watch the sky. And around this this little kitchen here, this community kitchen, I also placed the picnic area, and I mean the barbecue area, and the dining table at the back also. And afterwards I came back and placed the bar next to the kitchen as well. So this is kind of maybe a town square, if you'd like to call it that, but it's not the town square, but it's definitely a place where your fairies will gather more often than not, because they will be able to cook together and to eat together. Yeah, I really love a community a lot. This is something that's very convivial. This is something that I really like to build. I love to imagine the life on such a lot, and I love it. So as you can see, the little, I think this is the first time that I'm showing some of the furniture that we get from this pack. And so I love this shelf, this bookshelf. It's actually a bookshelf in the shape of a tree with shelves, blue shelves on it. It's actually a bookshelf, and it's so lovely. And I love also the design of the chairs and the stools that we get here, the little table, side table that you can see on the left hand side. So yeah, everything is so well thought out in terms of design, because everything looks like they are tree branches and twigs and things like that, especially when you look at the kitchen counters. Also the fence here, I didn't talk about the fence that has a lot of flowers and greenery on top of the fence, and I really do love it. So now you're seeing the little picnic area or dining area next to the kitchen, where I placed two tables. We have the two different tables that we have, dining tables that we have in this pack. So we have the small one and we have the rectangular one, and also two types of chairs that I placed there. I also placed the little bench, outside bench, that we have with this bag. All of this, how you can see, you see the design of those. I really do like the designs, but to be honest with you, these are not items that I will be using very much in my builds, because I very rarely build whimsical fairy kind of builds. So those are very specific. So if you are really into magic, fairy tales and things like that, it's the perfect pack for you. But if you're more into realistic building and things like that, I don't think it's really the pack for you. They are beautiful. Look at the shape of the windows. Look at the wallpaper. This wallpaper is just so lovely. I think this is actually a wallpaper that I will be using in the future in my kids' bedrooms when I build family houses. But to be honest, I don't think most of the furniture and the items. I don't think I will be using them much, although they're very cute. We don't have that much wall decorations for the interior. We have just this little wall decoration there that you can see on the right hand side of the screen, with some picture frames, a little plant hanging, a little mirror in there. They are very cute. Everything is just very cute also, and I love the colors and the swatches that we get. I love this bed actually. This 4-post bed with the kind of natural wood. This is so pretty, and there's, of course, we have those little plants growing also on the posts of the bed. Now you are seeing this tiny this small bathroom for this house. So this is the first house that you are seeing me furnishing, and in this house we have a bedroom with one bed, bathroom. You're seeing this small, this is a very cute shower that is made out of stones, I guess. It's very cute, and I love this toilet this toilet seat, and also the chair that I placed with a desk here. I really do love the design also. So we have as I was saying, we have this bedroom here, we have the small bathroom, we have the main area that is the living slash dining slash study, because I placed a small desk here. I realized that I didn't place any computer on the lot, but I figure that you will be able to place your computer if you move a family there, and you'll be able to buy your computer and to place computer in whatever house you decide to move into. As I was saying in the beginning, I placed some tea appliances, teapots, and also the chocolate tray as well, hot chocolate tray, and the rice cooker as well. Didn't want to place anything more than that for cooking, because it's just a kitchenette for snacking. So yeah, I love this little house here, especially the atmosphere that the wallpaper gives to this house. Now you're seeing a second house, and this is completely different. The interior of this house looks quite natural. I mean, the stone walls, and also the grass floor, and also the ceiling also is the same as the grass. It's a grass ceiling, a glass floor. Love also the fireplace that we have here that matches the walls perfectly. And yeah, I love also I really do like the design also of the couch that we get. It's a very lovely couch. I tried also to give all of those houses different color schemes for the interior. As you can see, this house, the second house, is really very different from the first one when it comes to the color of the furniture, and also the material that I used for the walls and the floor. So yeah, I really do like I really do like the way the things are designed. But once again, this is not my typical builds that I play with. I play more with realistic looking things, but they are really cute for people who are really into fairy tales and whimsical things. They are very cute, and don't get me wrong, I love this. I really do love them. Now we are seeing, I'm skipping through very rapidly with the recordings of the interior furnishing of the interior of those houses, because we have too much to do, and we are already at the 29-minutes mark for this video, so I didn't want it to be too long. So this is why you are not seeing the entirety of the furnishing and decorating of every single house, but I still showed a little bit of all of the houses. So this is the house that you saw with the stone walls, the previous one. it's one of the houses with a kids room. The kids room was upstairs, and here we have the second house in which we have kids rooms. So we have a kids room that is at the back of the couch here, and this is a kids room where we have the toddler's bed and the bassinet. And downstairs we have the parents' bedroom because we didn't have enough space upstairs. This is the only house of the lot where we have a basement. And yeah, so we have the basement here. We have stairs, and the basement is made of stone walls, of course, and they have the tiny bathroom also that is downstairs. And because I didn't have enough space for a bathtub in the houses because they're all tiny, so I had to place a bathtub outside of the house. So now you were seeing this is not the bathtub, little house for the bathtub, but this is for a shower and a toilet for the outside, because the house that is next to this doesn't have any space for a toilet and a shower. So I decided that I had to place an outside shower, an outside bathroom, I mean. So we have the shower and the toilet, and here you can see the bathtub that also came with the expansion pack. And I think it's the cutest bathtub, made of stones. It's so cute. So I had to place it there because obviously if you have toddlers and babies, infants, what's the other name, yeah, you need to have a bathtub to be able to bathe them. I didn't place anything for cats and dogs, for pets, but obviously you will be able to do that if you move in a household that has a pet. You will be able to place all the items for them, and you will be able to bathe your dog in this cute bathtub here. So also I decided to place, because I didn't have any space for laundry rooms. I could have maybe built one outside, but I decided, because we are here in harmony with nature, I decided to place the wash tubs and the clotheslines at the back here for our fairies to be able to wash their clothes. You can see the small dollhouse at the back of the house there, and now we are seeing another house that I'm furnishing, and I think this is kind of my favorite little house because I love the decoration. And I love the vibe of this interior here. It's a very small house as well, so we only have just one area with the bed, not a separate bedroom. We also have another tiny house that is like that. Usually it's the houses that are diagonally placed, they are the smallest, and they don't have a separate bedroom, but they have the bed in the main area here. So that's what I did. And we also have the apothecary table in this house. That's the little house that I was talking to you about the naturopath in learning. This is not the established one, and yeah, I really do love the vibe of those fairy lights. Look at this, it is so cute. And this swatch for the wallpaper is so cute. Now you're seeing the last house. This is the round house here, for the healer of the village. So we are here on the 3rd floor. I didn't show you all the other floors, the 2 floors. We have 3 floors, and on the 3rd floor of this house we have their bedroom. So we only have 1 bedroom in this house. The 1st floor is actually their kind of office space where they meet their clients or maybe their patients. The 2nd floor will have their bathroom and a small sitting area, and the 3rd floor is their bathroom. So I'm gonna walk you through actually the lot, for you to see everything that I was talking about, because I didn't really show you everything in the recording when I was building. So we're gonna walk through this little village or community here. So here we are in game, and the first thing when we enter this slot or this little community You have here the gardening area where I place all the planters I talked to you about. I told you about this a little earlier. I love those lights as well. They are actually floating lights for the outside. They are very, very cute. And I also placed a small fairy house here where they can actually replenish their emotions, and also sleep in there, have fairy parties and stuff. The first house that you have on the left hand side here is a 1 bedroom house. This is the first house that I furnished. Actually, here you can see the kitchenette, one of the sims that I also downloaded from the gallery. I also will give you all the names of the creators from which I downloaded those. I don't know why they are stuck here, those sims. I don't like this sim. He lives in the neighborhood. Anyway, so now you can see we have this first house here. We have 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, small living room area, the dining area, and a kind of a study space right next to the front door. I also placed this woodworking table here because I gathered that we need a woodworking table at some point in one of the aspirations, or maybe it was the reward event. Now you can see here that we have a the small kind of bathroom, but it's not really a bathroom. It's a secluded area for the only bathtub of this lot, because we don't have any space in the different houses to have a bathtub. They are all tiny houses. So we continue on this path here, and we've reached the naturopath house. So with the apothecary table here, we have some planters at the front, and these lovely mailboxes that I didn't talk about in the video, but they all have a mailbox in front of their house. So once you enter this house here, you have their little space, as I told you about, where they can receive their clients. And then you have a small sitting area, very tiny, and a small bathroom, and their bedroom. I already told you about this little house here. Next, you have this family home here with a kind of pale color scheme, very pastel color scheme. This is the stone house that you saw in the video. A lot of plants on the walls. I placed some plants on the walls. I love those plants. They usually go outside, but I thought they looked cute inside as well, to actually decorate the walls. And in this house I decided to place some very pastel colors and bright to clash a little with the green, to cut a little the green that we had. So this kind of beige color scheme going on here. We have 2 bedrooms in this house. So this is the second bedroom, this is the parents' bedroom, and 1 bathroom. To go upstairs, we have to take this ladder, and we end up in this small simple bedroom for 2 kids with a bunk bed. Just behind this house, we actually have the washing area for washing the clothes and hanging the clothes outside. This tiny dollhouse, because of course you have kids living in this lot, so you need some toys, and we're gonna go through there first. Okay, so you have here the kind of bridge / greenhouse over the pond, the greenhouse that is widely decorated on the roof and also on the walls. So nothing much, nothing out of the ordinary going on in this little greenhouse. We have a lot of planters. I tried to place some shelving units. Those shelves also come from the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack, and some planters. And also here are the planters for the live plants that come with the Enchanted by Nature. expansion pack. So on the other side of the pond, the first house that we encounter here is a small diagonal house with just we don't even have a bedroom in this house. It's just one big room with a sitting area, a small fireplace. I like this fireplace, and I also gave them a desk, as I told you in the video, in the speed build part of the video. I left the desk empty of computer so you will be able to place your computers as you wish. And we also have kind of a little tower up there in this house, and the tower doesn't have anything, it's just empty. It's just an empty tower that is kind of a decoration, and I like it. Next to this house, because as you could see, we don't have any bathroom in this house. It's just one room, so I had to place a tiny bathroom here on the side outside for them to be able to wash themselves and to go to the toilet. Next we have a second family home. So this family home has 2 bedrooms. I'm gonna pause the game a little. It has 2 bedrooms and a lovely tower on the side here. So how I furnished the interior is that we have our living room area, dining area with a toddler or infant high chair, and I also placed a tiny kitchenette. Of course, they've already cooked in there, and they forgot something in there because it's stinky. Yeah, so our little kitchenette with, of course, the pot for the tea and the rice cooker. And in the tower here, the tower part of the house, we have the fireplace and a ladder. And I left this little room empty for you to furnish it as you want. And I think this could be kind of a study space with a small desk and a chair. And behind the living room, we actually have the kids' bedroom with a bassinet. The cute bassinet that comes with the expansion pack, and also this toy box also from the expansion pack, and this lovely toddler bed from the expansion pack, all of them. And we have the only basement of the lot here that is in this house. So because we didn't have any more space for parents' bedroom, so I placed the parents' bedroom in this area in the basement, and also the small bathroom with the shower that we have already seen in a previous house. Okay, so on to the last house. This is also a diagonal house, and this is a house with only one bedroom, only one room, or maybe 2, because we have a tiny toilet space here, and I really do love this. Is my favorite interior here. I really like the decoration here. So we have the just the only room here. We have one of the fairies that is a teen. Actually, she's doing her homework. And yeah, and we have the second apothecary table of the lot in this in this house. Next, the last thing that we're gonna see here is actually the kitchen for everyone, the community kitchen at the back. Upstairs from this, we have a sitting area with a sitting area outside and inside as well, with a telescope here. And downstairs we have the kitchen for everybody. Of course, we have the ladder that you can take to go upstairs, and the kitchen for everyone with the only stove of the lot, and also the only fridge of the lot, and some decorations for them all to enjoy the kitchen. We also have, of course, the picnic area. The dining area is outside with the tables and the barbecue grill. We have also a garbage bin here. And of course, I had to place our very beautiful and gorgeous bar with those kind of waterfalls. This bike is so cute. It's very I like the design of everything. It was well thought out. So yeah. Oh, and something I didn't say about the lake is that I actually placed this fishing sign where the pond is already pre-stoked, so your sims will be able to fish there and fish all kind of fish in there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little video, guys. I had so much fun building this. I hope you will be enjoying as well playing with this slot if you decide to download it into your game. I hope to see you next time for my next video, guys, and in the meantime, take care. Bye.